Let's go to Vancouver. Just go to Vancouver. Vancouver is actually really old. It is been from the 1700s or early 1800s. The British and the Americans fought over this small piece of land. Can you zoom in over here? There are three islands, main islands, Arcos Island, Lopez Island and San Juan Island. So these three islands, there were a lot of beavers. They used beavers to make a lot of leather hats. And leather hats meant a lot of money. So instead of splitting the islands, the British and Americans fought over these three islands instead of focusing on Seattle, which is another important place. Just go over to Seattle. So here, this is another place where beavers grow. Seattle was an important place back then because beavers and leather hats were manufactured over there. The natives were made as workers by the British and Americans both to work and hunt down beavers. The natives thought we have an abundance of beavers, so let's sell it to them. So the British paid them by metal, food and water. This part was really important in making money for the British and Americans. So let's zoom out a bit. Let's go back to 1812. In 1812, or way before that, these were the 14 colonies that America originally had when they gained independence. Not all the 50 states over here, only these 14. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Virginia Islands, West Virginia, Washington, Penn, New York, Boston, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Philadelphia, and what is this?
New Jersey.
And Newfoundland over here, New Jersey. Zoom out a bit. And this was the original land that Napoleon had. Napoleon from France. This he had. So he gave up and focused on Europe. This part, so George Washington was like, let's take it and expand towards the west. So one person was saying to George Washington, we can't expand towards the west because natives are there. And he was also saying, but they're not white people. So let's expand. Back then, a lot of the Americans were racist, very superior towards the black. So due to this, there were many riots going on, a lot of work stopped happening. So they needed a new workforce. So natives, very good source, don't need a lot of money, food or water. They moved towards the west. It was very hard for them to survive because there was a lot of shivering. There were a lot of mountains and it was mostly a desert. It was very harsh and there was a lot of gold in those places. And here is Oregon. A lot of gold was found there. So people from Florida, which is halfway across the entire continent, traveled from Florida to Oregon just to find gold. And when they traveled in those harsh conditions and survived, they found nothing but 3 gold nuggets. And that is a heartbreaking story of Floridans. Thank you for listening to me. This is Saketh.